like a dream is just it can be symbolic, but that doesn't really mean that it's prophetic. A vision is like you're literally witnessing something, like prophecy, like I'm witnessing something that's getting ready to go down. And the way we know it's a vision is because it's in the scriptures.
Yeah.
You know, like brothers, you know, a lot of times when men receive visions, they're like half asleep. Like you're kind of actually aware. You're kind of like conscious. You're consciously dreaming, but you're actually like the Lord actually.
That answer your question.
Yeah. So like a prophetic vision is like more clear, concrete, real
prophecy.
Yeah, because the very friend of mine was telling me a dream she had, and I was trying to link it to the scriptures, and she was saying that she saw like a lot of fire on Memorial Drive, or Walmart was on fire, and she was telling me about some of these people that we knew that was dying.
Yeah,
and
that's a vision.
That's what I was thinking.
And the dreams and visions, they kind of go hand in hand too.
Really
They're kind of like almost like the same thing, really. Kind of the same. Yeah.
Then I had one a couple weeks ago, coming into the truth. I had one about 2 weeks ago. And I see like a race war, and I perceived it as ISUBK going to war with some Edomites. That's what I saw in the dream. Like there was some Israelites, but they had on like the garbs that the ISUBK be wearing.
Right.
And I seen them like in the race war.
Okay.
And them race war gonna pop on.
Yeah, it's gonna pop on. That's right.
Pop on.
Who's
sedition?
Who's stepping up?
He's stepping up.
We
We on.
Yeah, so just picking up from where the brother left off, just understanding the severity of what we're in, you know, as far as utilizing our time, as far as giving this thing our all. Someone get Proverbs 23 and 23, and then I'll find it. I'll find it in a second. Start with that. I think it's 2 Peter 1 and 10. Yeah, because we're in those times, like I said, I'm just picking off where brothers left off, as far as paying attention to what we're involved in, as far as utilizing our time and not making excuses, man. Because the level that it's getting ready to go into, the level of the spirit that's getting ready to hit the world, is going to be something serious. You know, like this brother basically said, there's women out here that's having dreams and visions. There's men out here that, men that's watching us, that's getting prophetic dreams and visions and things like that. Someone get that the Lord shall pour His Spirit out upon all flesh. That's Acts. That's the one you read. That's Acts. Okay, yeah. Read that after. Get that first, and then.
It's Proverbs 23 and 23. Buy the truth and sell it not. Also wisdom and instruction. And understanding.
Yeah, buy the truth and sell it not. So that's the times we're in. Buying the truth, meaning what? Meaning spiritually. Someone get Isaiah 55 and 1. But spiritually buying it. How do you buy the truth? You pay with your time. You pay attention. You pay your attention. Pay. We read that definition. What was it? Devote. Devote, right? Devote means to basically give your attention to. Okay, to basically give your time to. This is a thing of service. Okay, with any service-based job, guess what? You always have an order. Okay, you always have like a seniority, some type of ranking system. You always have some type of experience behind it. When you've done a particular service for a number of years, then you gain what? You gain skills, knowledge, and wisdom in that particular field. And this is our field, and this is the importance of us getting these skills, so that when we go into that day, we're gonna have sufficient enough experience to handle this wicked vibration that's getting ready to go out here, man. Was that it on that? I think that was the point, right?
That was the point.
Get Isaiah 55 and 1. This is Isaiah 55 and 1. Ho, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters.
And he that have no money, come ye, buy and eat. Yeah, come buy wine and milk without money and without price.
That's right. Come buy and eat. Come buy wine and milk. What is it? Wine and milk and honey.
Come.
Right. And these are, those are all things that represent what? The Spirit, the Holy Spirit, the Scriptures, the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. Wine, milk, honey. These are all analogies for the Holy Spirit. You know, this wisdom. You know, so it says, come buy these things without price. We just read Proverbs 23, buy the truth and sell it not. So we actually have to buy this thing. You know, and a lot of these other Israelites that's still trying to figure out, okay, does GMS have the truth or window shopping? You better hurry up and buy, man, because you know it's getting to that point where it ain't gonna be no, well, you know, I think I like this over here, but let me just sample GOCC like you go in the food court.
Yes, yeah.
You got them niggas that just want to sample everything. You know,
don't want to buy.
This ain't no damn spiritual food court, man. Walking around, let me try this. No, damn, you
ain't gonna buy it. Yeah,
They be like, yeah, it's good too.
nigga will go in a damn shoe store, try the shoes on, lace them up. Like, oh yeah, you know, I come back later. Come back, walk out. Hey, but that's you know, it's jokingly, but it's serious. You know, as far as making your mind up, you know, if the Spirit is pushing you and the Spirit is basically convicting you and is pushing you in this direction, then just get with it, hold on tight, because it's the Spirit of the Lord, man. I mean, but the thing is, we don't have to, someone gets Romans 3:3, we don't have to sit here and convince everybody and try to you know, make it, you know, we don't need like IUIC, we don't need the nice garments and the immaculate, elaborate Passovers and the Disney World attractions and shit.
Yeah.
We don't need that.
Yeah.
Huh?
No gimmicks.
Yeah, no gimmicks. We don't need the gimmicks. We don't need the extra, you know, just stuff. Hey, and the brother just went into that. Don't be of this world. What was that?
Romans 12.
Yeah, them that. Romans 12. You know, them that are conformed to the world. So you can't mix this Israelite thing. You can't mix this Israelite thing with the world. We don't have nothing to do with the world. The scriptures tell us, when you get into the scriptures, it tells you to basically stay away from the ways of the world, to separate yourself. Hey, and who's in that spirit right now of totally just isolating themselves from the spirit of the world? That's us. That's the Great Millstone. You know. Was there more on that? Yeah, finish up. Yeah.
This is Isaiah 55:2. Wherefore do ye spend money for that which is not bread, and your labor for that which satisfieth not?
That's right. Yeah. So because people are out here spending their money, spending their time on things that aren't fulfilling. You know, all these things. You know, like for instance, like, you know, you're working hard to get a new car, you're working hard to you know, get certain things in the world, or you're working hard for everything but righteousness, right? And it says what? It satisfies not. So it's not going to satisfy you. Ultimately, it's not going to be fulfilling to you. The only thing that can be truly fulfilling is the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Sure.
Because, hey, the scriptures also say, you shall know the truth and it shall make you free.
Yeah.
So this is the only freedom that we're gonna get. This is the only peace of mind that we're gonna get is you know, totally just victimizing, or no, I'll say being vulnerable to Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
Sure.
Just being a vessel, like, Lord, I don't know nothing, just please teach me and guide me and lead me into righteousness.
That's right.
Hatazal ya la tazadakim. Lead me to righteousness. You know?
Just a little bit more.
Keep going.
Hearken diligently unto me, and eat ye that which is good, and let your soul delight itself in fatness.
Hey, if I can say that word hearken go means
hear with attention.
Yeah,
So
bookman,
you know, you can hear it, but if you're not paying attention to it, you're not gonna receive it. You know, so you gotta hear with attention, man. Pay attention when the Spirit is speaking.
Yep. Yeah. Paying attention, like, you know, hey, you know, just comparing it to sports, right? They always say what? Get your head in the game, man.
Yeah.
We got to get our head in the game, man. Like, we can't, you on the court and, you know, you listening to the audience and the crowd talking shit, you know, number 3, do this, and, you know, like, you got to get your head in the game. Like, don't be like a Draymond Green, you know? Don't be that. Don't just, you know, just not even know. You don't even know what the score is.
Somebody pass the ball to you, hit you in the head and shit.
Yeah, hit you in the head and all this stuff.
J.R. Smith.
Yeah, J.R. Smith.
That's who it was.
Yeah.
Not Draymond Green. J.R. Smith.
His black ass too.
Yeah, him too. Right. But it's like, you know, just using that as an example of someone who's not, just using that as an example of someone who isn't in tune, exactly, in tune with the Spirit and what's going on, because hey, this thing is revving up, man. This thing is revving up, and you know, like the brother's saying, our elders and apostles, they're the ones that's pushing this thing on a very high frequency. So we have to actually keep up. They setting the bar. They setting the standard. So it's like you don't want to be dragging behind.
Right.
And if you are, that's dead weight. And you know what happens to dead weight? Dead weight gotta go, because we can't drag you. We can't pull your hand through this thing. Everyone has to be able to hold their own and keep up with the pace. If you running, you know, with a flock of runners or bikers, you see those bikers on the street. If you can't keep up, you're tired constantly, and you ain't been conditioning yourself to be able to go to do the marathon or whatever, right? Then what's gonna happen? You're gonna get left behind.
Like what's his name on 300, the deformed one?
Yeah.
When he told him to raise his shield, he couldn't do it. It's like we run a tight shield.
Yeah.
We can't, you know, you can stay behind and pull the dead off the battlefield, but you can't fight.
That's dead weight.
It's dead weight.
That's right.
Right. Yep.
Hey, if I can say too, like you mentioned the marathon runners. Even if you pull up a clip of marathon runners, they ain't running slow. They's moving, bro. It's an endurance race, but bro, bro. If we was running that thing, bro, 10 minutes, I'm out, man. 5, goddamn. They moving though, but they on that steady pace. So even though it's a marathon run, you still gotta move, man. Yeah, that's right. Yep.
And then another thing is you don't want to try to move, you know, outside of your measure.
That's right.
You know,
Right.
If the Lord bless you with that measure, and that brother, it can go, but you still ain't the last one. You know,
Right.
You moving at your measure, you stay in your lot. You know, you know.
Exactly. Yeah. You could be last in the race, so to speak. You could be last place in the race. But hey, guess what? You still are the elect. You're not one of those people that's watching. You're not one of those people that's just you know, on the sidelines. You know, get that second Peter.
This is 2 Peter chapter 1 verse 10. Wherefore the rather, brethren, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. For if ye do these things, ye shall never fall.
That's right. Hey, give diligence to make your calling and election sure. And this precept is always being brought out because it always hits home. It always applies to this fight. You know, giving diligence, which in the Hebrew that's karatazah. You know, give diligence. Give it your all. You know, why would you want to get into something and just half-ass it? Hey, the scriptures say, if you're lukewarm, I will spew thee out.
Yeah.
That should put fear in your heart. That should put extreme fear in your heart, because it's like, damn, I don't want to be one of those people that's spewed out.
Right.
Hey, spewed out of when you get spewed out of someone's mouth, that's like, you know, just you spit, just spew, like, you know, like disgusting. Like, I'm gonna spew you out. Like, really, it's like disgusting. You're disgusting to me. You know, so you don't want to be of a disgust to the Lord. You want the Lord to actually pardon you of your sins. and to acknowledge your effort, you know? And that's what this is saying. Give diligence so that the Lord can acknowledge your effort. So that really, you know, the Lord will be
Satisfied.
just satisfied, exactly.
Right. That's right.
The Lord will be satisfied enough because of the works that you've done to basically save you and to pardon your sins. Otherwise, the scriptures also said faith without works is dead.
Right.
So if you don't have any works, or if you don't have sufficient amount of works, then it's not going to cover all the sin that you've it's not going to outweigh the sin.
Right.
You know, because in economics you have what opportunity cost, which the opportunity cost is it's like does the opportunity outweigh, does the cons weigh the pros, right? So in other words, you know, in relation to what I was saying, is the sin is the cons. So you don't want your sin to outweigh what good you're doing, because what good are you doing to actually cover and atone for these sins? That's why what the scriptures say, make your bodies a living sacrifice. Someone get that too. But we're basically we're putting ourselves as an atonement. We're putting ourselves as a sacrifice so that we can be cleansed, so that the Lord will take this offering to basically pardon us, you know.
If I make a quick point, if I may, because the brother was speaking about opportunity costs, and opportunity cost pretty much goes into anything that you can replace with what you're currently doing. So even with us once being in the world and not being in the truth, when you were in the world, you were doing worldly things and seeking after things that satisfy you in the flesh in the world. So your opportunity cost went to, okay, well, what's my benefit and reward for being in the truth, you know? But now that we actually on this side and we in the service and in the ministry, now your opportunity cost goes to, okay, well, what can I be doing that's not in the truth and of the world? And you realize when it comes to the fruits of those labors, ain't no comparison. Ain't no comparison to what your fruits and your rewards gonna be of doing worldly acts, which you know will lead you to damnation and pain and suffering, you know, versus being in the truth. Your opportunity cost is like, I can have a chance to inherit the kingdom of heaven, to satisfy my heavenly Father, to you know, do things that are brotherly and build up the brotherhood in the ministry. It don't even weigh out.
I got that opportunity cost.
It
says the loss of potential gain from another alternative when one alternative is chosen.
Yep. The loss of potential gain, because your opportunity cost in this truth would basically be what you want. The opportunity cost is what? Your old self, right? So guess what? Our opportunity cost is low, because at the end of the day, what we're gaining is way more valuable. Someone get Romans 8:18. Yeah, grab that real quick, because ultimately what we're getting in exchange for what we used to have or what we could have been doing, right? Because that's basically what it's saying, is like, I could have gotten this had I went this route, but instead I went this route. I went the truth route. So therefore, our opportunity cost in comparison with our reward is not incomparable.
No comparison.
That's right.
You grab that, bro.
It's Romans chapter 8, verse 18. For I reckon that the sufferings of this present time are not worthy to be compared with the glory which shall be revealed in us.
That's right. The sufferings of this present time. So we are going to suffer. There are going to be things that challenge us. We're going to be constantly challenged on a daily. Okay, we're going to constantly be persecuted, you know, and everything. You know, we're gonna catch hell, of course. But there's another saying, nothing worth having comes easy.
Hey, if I can lamb off you real quick, you go into sacrifice, that's suffering. That's suffering.
If I can say, that's what Jake don't want to do, man.
Yeah.
Jake don't want to suffer, man. I got something.
Yeah,
Jake,
yeah,
like,
come.
oh, I'm already getting them, you know, I'm already catching hell with baby mama over here. And, now you telling me I gotta come out every Saturday in the cold, and I gotta, yes,
Right.
yes.
That's what I'm telling you.
Hey, because if I could say, if something is easy and you conquer it, you're just gonna be like, all right, all right, that was easy. Like, what do I do next? So The kingdom, it can't be like that because the kingdom is so great that it's like it can't just be like, all right, damn, that was a cakewalk, man.
Like a woman, like an easy bus.
Yeah, easy, yeah.
Yeah, you like, all right, I'm tired of you already.
Yeah, and then you mean, hey, after, but a easy chick after you get with her, what happened?
That's it.
That's it. But it be the ones you put in a little bit, like got these chicks that do the 90-day rule.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you put a couple months in of work and you trying to get that thing, you ain't just really gonna leave her like that because you already done put in a little bit of time into it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It was a little bit more challenging, so it's gonna be more of value.
Yeah. If I can say real quick,
yeah,
because we all going through all the time, you're paying attention. So if a chick, like a brother's going to, if a chick make you wait 60, 90 days, you got to pay her so much attention that in your mind and your spirit, the value is already increased because you know how much attention you put into that.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
It shows you how she carry herself.
Yeah.
You know, she ain't no quick one. So
Yeah.
always better. I got
who had? I think. Yeah, bring out what you got, and then you can bring out what you got.
Okay, come.
Was that it on?
Yeah.
Okay.
This is Matthew 6:19. Lay not up yourselves treasures upon earth, where moth and rust do it corrupt, and where thieves break through and steal. But lay up yourselves treasures in heaven, where neither moth nor rust do corrupt, and where thieves do not break through nor steal.
That's right. Yeah, because you can be rich according to the world. You can have a lot of possessions according to the world. But what did we say before? That's not fulfilling. That's the bread that satisfieth not.
Yeah.
Because, hey, don't they call money bread?
Yeah.
This money is not satisfying. A lot of what about these rich people? These rich people be committing suicide. They be the most unhappy people.
Yeah.
Because they're not being fulfilled. It's not satisfying them. It's like that saying, money doesn't buy happiness.
Yeah.
You know. Keep going up.
Like you said earlier, it don't weigh out. Why put your time into something that the value don't even compare to the value and the riches of Yahweh Shema Shah, the kingdom of heaven. Yeah. Nothing compares to that. Yep. Hey, come on.
And nothing compares to, just building off your point, nothing compares to the time that we spend with each other.
Right. That's right.
You know?
Yeah.
We have to actually value and cherish our time with each other because we don't have... This is convenience right now, us having each other. We're able to pull up on brothers and have easy access to the spirit. It ain't gonna be like that. It ain't always gonna be like that, you know?
Right. Let brotherly love continue.
Let brotherly love continue, that's right. Yeah. So it's like, we have to be in that spirit of wanting this thing, more now than ever, man. Because, hey, we're seeing things pop off left and right. The government shut down. We're starting to actually see the fruits of prophecy. We're starting to actually see this thing. I mean, we've been seeing it, but now it's like more than ever. And like this brother, like the brother Tazwam said, exhorting brothers, now is not the time to ease up and get comfortable.
Right.
Once you start to see certain things happen, and of course, you start to get excited and your adrenaline starts to kick in. You're like, oh yeah, we did it. But nah, man, we still got. Hey, it's like in the last quarter of a game, you up by like 6, maybe 2 minutes left. Hey, they could still catch up in that last 2 minutes.
Oh yeah.
But you got those people that's like, nah, we won, we got this. Yeah, we about to get it.
6.
Yeah.
Hey,
then you start slacking.
Hey, then Satan pull a damn T-Mac, drop 13 and like,
Right.
30 seconds.
oh shit.
LeBron James and
Reggie
shit.
Miller.
Yeah, Reggie Miller. Yeah. 4 seconds.
Yeah. And we know Satan don't play fair because it's gonna be rigged.
Yeah, and if I can say, because you said at the end, hey, think about this, right? Because when we see these things popping out, the judgment and government shutdown, what we always say? We always say, hey, we about to get out of here. But it's like, no, the elect about to get out of here. Right. You better make your calling of election sure.
Yep.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Now, we about to get out of here. How you gonna get out of here on a chariot or by a missile? Because 2/3 gonna get out of here by a missile.
Yeah.
So that you can't take your foot off the pedal just because you see the judgment coming.
you gotta hit that hoe. You know what I'm saying? You gotta hit the gas. Like, fuck that. Yo, put it in what's that?
Fifth gear.
How you put it in manual?
Yeah.
I'm out, man. You know, because you gotta go. You know, so that's the mind frame, man. The mind state is zero complacency, man. That's right. Zero excuses, man. We see these judgments popping off, man. Put your foot on Esau's neck, man. You know, we got a precept. Apply the pressure, man.
Yeah, you know? The last verse and then you got it, bro.
It says, for where your treasure is, there will your heart be also.
Yeah, where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. So if you actually are treasuring this thing and valuing this thing, then hey, that's your heart, your mind is gonna be occupied in that. You know, if we actually say that we care about this thing and you know we care about Yahweh Shem Yahushai, then your mind is gonna be constantly pushing for Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know, you're not gonna ease up and just let time go by and hey, because the brother just read the treasures of the world. Basically, you have the treasures of the world and you have the treasures of the spirit. Your heavenly treasures. So we're storing up those spiritual goods where moth can't corrupt, moth and dust can't corrupt. You know, bring out what you got.
This is Sirach, Ecclesiasticus, chapter 43, verse 30. It says, when ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can. Woo!
Yep.
Oh, you go ahead.
Hey, when you glorify the Lord, exalt him. Hey, call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I always say that every time anything good happens, hey, every time something bad happens. Call Allah Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Exalt the Heavenly Father because he's always worthy to be exalted. Right. Read that again from top.
It says, when ye glorify the Lord, exalt him as much as ye can. For even yet will he far exceed.
Yeah, even yet will he far exceed. Hey, because it's been plenty of times where we've been stuck in a tight situation, right? And guess what? We exalt the Lord, and guess what? He far exceeds our expectations because we like, oh damn, you know, the Lord basically like, nah, look, I got something better for you.
Yeah.
Just go through this little situation. I got something even better for you. Just take this persecution,
yeah,
in exchange for this gift, and he's gonna far exceed it.
Yeah,
and that's the kingdom. That's right. That's the kingdom. He's far exceeding. The Lord is basically he's fair, man. He's just, man.
That's right.
Because he's basically given us something beyond imaginable as a reward for a light burden, light afflictions, like the scriptures say. Right. You know,
and then also by us too. Another way to say us exalting the Lord is by doing His work, man.
That's
right.
Us,
you know, chanting that name. You know, Yahweh Shem Yahushai, coming out to bring His word out.
That's right.
That's a form of us exalting the Most High, man. Right. It says, and when ye exalt Him, put forth all your strength, and be not weary.
Yep.
For ye can never go far enough.
Yeah, gird up, man. Put forth all your strength, man.
Yeah.
What's that? If I can think of it. Do it with all they might.
Yeah, that's the very precept to go with that.
Get it.
That's spirit. Yeah.
Whatever that findest thy hand to do.
Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 10. Whatsoever thy hand findeth to do, do with all thy might.
Yeah, do it with all thy might. Do it with all your strength, man. Hey, this is the time of giving it all you got. Like the American Army says, be all you can be. Yeah. Be all you can be, man. Hey, be the best you. That's why, you know, the spirit that's been on our camp lately has been what? Trimming. Yeah. You know, bettering yourself. Constantly getting in the mindset of you know, just putting off bad habits and purifying yourself, purifying and making yourself clean. Because in order for us to receive a heavy dosage of the spirit, we have to be clean. We can't be filthy. Otherwise, the Lord, He's not gonna be able to give us as much of the spirit, because we ain't gonna be able to handle. We're gonna bug out. You know, like what's that precept? Fully furnished. Yeah, fully furnished unto good works. Which that word furnish basically means to be fully, like, thorough. You know, you have so many good qualities, you have so many good, clean attributes that the Lord can basically dwell inside your house, you know? Otherwise, if you don't have a furnished house, then that motherfucker empty. Yeah. You know?
Is that why, like, fasting is important too?
Yes. Yes, because fasting, not only is it good for your body health-wise, but it's actual cleanse, because you're actually sacrificing. It's a sacrifice.
Denying the flesh.
You're denying. Yeah, exactly. You're basically denying the flesh. So, like, you know, 1-2 day fast where you actually where you actually denying food, because we're so used to submitting to our flesh. Like, our body tells us to go eat, we're gonna go eat. But when you fast, you're actually telling your body, you're telling your body, like, no, we're not. You're controlling. You're in control, because you're basically saying, I'm not gonna eat right now. I'm gonna put it off. And then over time, guess what happens? After you start to fast more and more, guess what? You have more resistance to the flesh. You naturally have more resistance, because then you can be like, you know, your flesh always wants to do this. Then you like, nah, I'm gonna do it. You basically have control, you know what I'm saying, over your flesh. And that's really one of the main things. That's one of the main aspects of this truth, is defeating yourself, man, your old self, man, those evil spirits, man, because we always say you're your own worst enemy.
Yeah.
Your worst enemy always wants you to what? Submit to the flesh. You know, you're the demon in you, that's the demon that's dwelling in you, always wants you to feed him. Feed me, right? But guess what happens once you start to starve that demon out? The demon starves. The demon in you starves, and then basically, guess what? You have that strength, which that's what we just read. Having that strength, when you have that strength and you're able to stand strong and to conquer your demons, because the demon doesn't necessarily go away, it just becomes weak. The demon ain't gonna disappear. We all gonna have certain demons that are just, I guess, permanent, so to speak. But guess what? You know how to keep it in check. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, just to add to real quick, fasting is feeding your spirit. Cause it's intimate time, like that's your house shots. That's the way your house shot sucks with you. When you fast, you deny your flesh, you opening up your spiritual digestive system, and then you get fed. You start to gain spiritual attributes. You know, more things that you can use for your spirit.
Yeah, you know? Exactly. Yeah, the water. Yeah, because fasting, you know, when you fast, first of all, before you go into a fast, you actually want to prepare your mind for the fast. Right. You actually want to like have a reason for fasting. Don't you know, you don't want to just fast and fast in vain. Like, I'm gonna just fast just because I want to fast. Not what do you want out of the fast? Like, what growth do you want to you can anoint yourself before a fast. You can pray before a fast, like, Yahweh Shemel Shai, please give me more strength. A lot of times, if you find yourself getting weak, you need to fast. If something is constantly conquering you, and you know, you've been praying and it's still there, then that means that prayer may not be enough to basically conquer whatever that is. So you might need to fast.
Hey, that's in the book of Tobit. Raphael, which is the angel that delivered the prayers, he pretty much gave us the blueprint, man. He said fasting. We say fasting is good with fasting and alms and righteousness or something like that.
Prayer,
prayer, So that's on point, man. You know,
you got it, Kasad.
It's Galatians chapter 5, verse 16. It says, "This I say then, walk in the spirit, and ye shall not fulfill the lust of the flesh. For the flesh lusteth against the spirit, and the spirit against the flesh, and these are contrary the one to the others, so that ye cannot do the things that ye would."
Yeah, exactly. That's the battle. That's the internal battle. Like that the angel and the devil on your shoulder, so to speak. Angel on the right shoulder, devil on the left shoulder. And the angel is really Yahweh Shai. and the devil is the spiritual demon Satan. So you always have what? Satan tugging you to the left, trying to basically get you to do this and do that and to go off. But then on the flip side, you always have Yahweh Shai that's basically trying to get you back on track and to resist the temptations of Satan.
That's right.
You know, and that fasting is one of the methods of how we can lean to that right side, okay, and start and tune out. Fasting is a way where we can actually tune out Satan. Satan is talking, but look, it's like we can't even hear it no more.
Yeah.
You can't even really hear it no more because that voice is just getting lower and lower. That volume of the devil, so to speak, is just getting lower and lower, and to the point where all you hear is the spirit.
I got something real quick if I may.
He is dead though.
Yeah.
This is 2 Corinthians chapter 12, verse 9. And he said unto me, my grace is sufficient for thee, for my strength is made perfect in weakness. Most gladly, therefore, will I rather glory in my infirmities, that the power of Hamashiach may rest upon me.
Yeah.
So when you fasting, you're actually weakening your flesh. And you know, especially when you go on fast, you know, when you weakening your flesh, and then, you know, of course, you sitting up, like the brother said as well, you actually prepare your body and your spirit before you fast. You know, so you actually have an idea what you're fasting, what the purpose of that fast is for. So when you're actually weakening your flesh, it's strengthening not only your spirit, but it's strengthening the level of the spirit of Yahweh Shai can work with you, because its force is by you purposely weakening your flesh, you're forcing the spirit of Yahweh Shai to strengthen you to get through whatever that time frame is.
Right, that's right.
And on a carnal level, you get more energy.
Yeah.
So that ties into your opportunity to do the work, to study. You know? Because food, when your digestive system, especially with the foods we eat full of GMOs, your digestive system constantly processing food, it wears your body out. If you go, I went 3 days, as they say, that's the ultimate fast, no food, no drink. Man, my energy level was through the roof. You know? Because you come off of it, you're not really supposed to eat heavy. You start eating light.
And you want to take herbs.
We take herbs.
Take herbs when you come off like a 3-day fast. A 3-day fast, man. Hey, I will suggest if you do want to fast, just start slow. Start with 1 day.
Start 1 day.
Well, a proper fast, just to go into a proper fast, because a lot of people have the misconception that a fast, you know, you just drink water or you just drink smoothie fast. But a fast,
I mean, you could do that too for like health, for your health.
Yeah.
But like you said, like an actual fast.
Spiritually, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Go ahead. You got it.
Not but yeah, just for like a real spiritual fast is just cut everything off. No water, nothing. You know, you can brush your teeth, but but that's it. You know. But
and the token, still want it.
Oh yeah, grab that real quick. Hey, the spirit just got us going into fasting. So
that's the spirit. Cause that was gonna be my briefing at the camp. I was gonna say, brother, that's the spirit.
That's the spirit. Yeah,
that's the spirit.
Oh. Yeah, exactly. Hey, going to the Passover, beautiful.
Right.
Hey, because this is a time where we actually should fast more and should get in the habit, getting that routine of putting that in us. You know, what was the point you made? Because I wanted to build off of that too a second ago about. On a carnal level, as far as fasting, it's the energy aspect of it, right? So when you fast, you're actually detoxing. You're detoxing, and a 3-day fast is actually the best type of fast because you're actually getting rid of all the waste. Your body is just basically expelling all those toxins, all that waste. So basically it's like a reset button. They actually say if you do a three-day fast, it's like a immune system reset. It totally resets.
Itself.
It just resets itself. So like that's when your immune system is strong. Your body, like when especially when you come up off a fast, just imagine like I'll just say like a car, like an oil change, right?
You can tell the difference.
You can tell the difference in the performance of the car because you know you basically getting rid of all that old bad oil, all that sledge, and get a fuel injector cleaner. Y'all, you know about the fuel injector cleaner? You get that. You know, you get certain things that cleanse the insides of the car, and that helps the performance. Get some additives and what you call it, gasoline boost. Hey, you know, you put that stuff in there, man. Put that fuel booster. It's a whole nother car.
That's right.
You wanted to say something?
Yeah. Well, I had that scripture.
Okay, you can bring it up.
This is Tobit, chapter 12, verse 8. It says, "Prayer is good with fasting and alms and righteousness."
Woo. Yeah, so they all go hand in hand. Prayer is good with fasting. So, and when you fasting, send prayers up. Really, the best time to fast is you don't really want to work, or you don't want to have too much distractions. Yeah, you don't want to have too much distractions. You really want to focus your mind on the spirit. Meditate on whatever it is you want out of the fast. Meditate on that. You know, but you don't want to be doing like a whole bunch of activity. And you know, you might, if you have a day off of work, you know, that's a good day to just take a fast, just chill out, read, study, do spiritual things, not things that are hey, because what good is the fast if your body is cleansing, but you're still doing what you would regularly, you're still doing your normal daily routine.
You watching the Real Housewives of Atlanta,
right? Yeah, that's not no real fast, because you're not mentally. You're not.
Yeah, you're not. Yeah.
Mentally, you have to fast mentally as well, not just not taking food. It's a mental thing, you know.
Treat that day almost like it's a Sabbath.
Yeah, almost like a Sabbath.
Sabbath, you ain't gonna be watching BS, man.
Yeah.
Indulging in niggerish activities, man. You know, you'll try to keep it spiritual. You know, listen to, of course, meditate. Listen to those little meditation tones. Listen to nice jazz music. You know, read the scriptures, watch videos. You know, stuff like that, man. You know. But it says, I'll finish the verse off. It's October 12 and 8. Prayer is good with fasting and alms and righteousness. A little righteousness is better than much with unrighteousness.
Yeah, a little righteousness is better than much with unrighteousness. These people be moving on them damn things, man. Just be going 40 miles an hour. But a little righteousness is better than much wickedness. These people, all you need is a little bit of righteousness. Hey, the elect that get woken up, they're gonna have just enough righteousness to basically receive salvation. You know, that little bit of time. I guess in other words, I'm saying the little bit of time that like the 11th hour Israelites, right? The 11th hour elect, that in that little bit of time they gained enough righteousness to basically receive salvation, man. And that's beautiful. Hey, a little bit of righteousness, you know.
That's right.
And on the flip side, a little bit of wickedness, leveling up the whole lump.
That's right. Yep.
You know.
That's right. Yep.
So just a little bit of righteousness can go a long way. Hey, the scriptures say, charity covereth the multitude of sins. That's little bit of righteousness covering a multitude of sins. You know,
that's right.
Upsetting, but hey, that's really the point that I'm making. I'm getting ready to step down. Is really you want to offset the spirit with wickedness. Okay, always balance yourself to be more in the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushai than in the spirit of the world, because we're in the world. So it's not like you have to be you have to use wisdom to not just fully engulf yourself into the truth, not be over righteous, because there's a such thing as doing that. But just minimize the world to a very, very, very small level where you can control it and it won't pull you back in.
A righteous balance.
A righteous balance. Where that devil on your shoulder basically is very, very quiet, and you can actually hear the spirit a lot better. It's more clear, it's more legible,
Yeah,
hey, so with that, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushai. I'm gonna step down.
Brother grabs Sirach 38:24. I'm just gonna pick up in the spirit what we was going into.
It don't matter.
Yeah, because you was going into, man, you gotta kind of trim a lot of your ways, when you first come into this truth. You might have been a busybody, you might have had a lot of things that required your time,
you're going to have to cut it out, man. You know, you want to grow in this truth and really be right. A lot of things in the world not necessarily might have been wicked, but they might be a hindrance,
right?
You know?
Right.
But we're going to get into that Sirach 38, you know,
I got
verse 24.
Yep. This is this book of Sirach, or Ecclesiastes 38 and 24. It says, the wisdom of a learned man cometh by opportunity of leisure.
See, there go that word opportunity, man. You know? So it's really you taking advantage of the time that you have on your hand. The brother brought out Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. He said, a wise man discerneth both time and judgment.
That's right.
You know, so we know what's at stake, and we know the times that we're living in is very urgent, you know? It's very urgent that we're always mindful that our first priority as men of the Lord is this work.
That's right.
Yeah, we got worldly jobs that we do, but that's just an attachment.
Right.
You know?
Right.
You know, and when we go out, we should always know in our minds within ourselves, okay, this is so I can further this truth. You know? Yeah, you're gonna have issues where you need things, tangibles like cars, clothes, whatever, but it's your heart on that, you know?
Right.
Because brothers get tired of driving the same old raggedy car. Brothers get tired of wearing the same old shoes. Brothers get tired of dealing with the same old women. But if you focusing your time and energy on that, how can you become what the Lord needs you to be to judge this world, man? You know?
That's right.
Because that's what it's about. And you can jump down after you finish that to the end, because when you go into this chapter, it's going into the different positions, all right, that men have in this world that they work. Like you might be a welder, whatever it is. It's certain things that require the world to go on that's needed. But what we do, all right, as men of the Lord, is we weigh the morale, okay? We weigh people's discernment of right and wrong, you know? So this is really what life is about, you know?
Yeah.
The things outside of it is just an attachment.
That's right.
You know?
See, last verse.
You get that life is more than food and raiment. Where it's at. You can jump down, I think it's 34. 34 and 30.
Yeah, last verse.
Yeah, last verse.
Okay. They will be
started 33.
Okay. This is Sirach chapter 38, verse 33. It says, they shall not be sought for in public council, nor sit high in the congregation.
Right. So that's talking about the rest of the world, because the ones that's going to be sought out for public counsel is the elect. Okay.
Right.
When the kingdom is set up, you know, we're going to rule the world according to the standard of Yahweh Shemi Hawashah.
That's right.
All right. Now, how to put this, assemble something together, you know what I'm saying? We're going to have that knowledge too. But what's going to be most important, okay, how are you handling this woman? These nations over here got some homosexual activities going on, all right? Or this man over here, he been messing around with this man's woman. Right. You know what I'm saying? That's what we gonna be sought after for, man.
Right.
The righteousness, you know.
That's right. It says they shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment.
Right. Nor understand the sentence of what? Read it again.
It says I'll read it again. It says they shall not sit on the judge's seat, nor understand the sentence of judgment.
Hey, nor understand the sentence of judgment, man. And that's what really this walk, this battle that we fighting is about understanding judgment, you know.
That's
and
right.
we have to get that false judgment that we've been taught, that wicked judgment out of us, man. The only way you do it is you have to continually fight and keep laboring and being diligent in His word.
That's right.
Otherwise, hey, I was talking to the brothers last night. I said, man, the thing that's so beautiful with the apostles is that they've been in the truth longer than they've been in the world.
Yeah.
You know? So we, as babes, we got to get to that point. Lord willing, we don't get to that point.
Right.
But Yahweh Shah just going to change us in an instant, you know? So it's like, you gotta understand, when you see that labor and that standard they setting doing this work, that's why.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot easier for them to do it, yeah. But when we look at them, that don't mean that's an excuse. Oh man, yeah, well they've been in it for 30. Cause see, everything is set. The Satan's so deceptive. He'll use anything you think of right. So, oh, well, see, that's why you can't do it. Yeah. No, because even when they was younger, they was doing the same thing. You know. But the deep thing about it is you got a desire to be right. You got a desire to want that judgment seat, to want that spot, man. You know, and do it humbly. You know. That was it on that, bro.
Okay.
Come on, get that.
It's the report. It's 10.
Yeah, well, yeah.
You can start there.
Okay.
You can start
Well, yeah, what our brother getting at, man. Yeah, this truth, man. We gotta earnestly want these righteous gifts, man. You know, and through that, that's how we gonna prosper, abound. You know, and ultimately receive salvation, man. You know, and of course, look at our leaders as examples of how to move in His faith, man. You know. Yeah, we got it.
This is 1 Timothy chapter 6 and verse 6. It says, "But godliness with contentment is great gain."
It's great gain. So being content with the things you already been given. Because really, the greatest thing that you have is the knowledge of this truth. You know, whatever you had assets-wise according to this world, hey, be grateful for that. Be grateful for that, and that's enough. You know. And the Lord ultimately gave you the greatest gift when He opened up your mind, your understanding, all right, to His judgment.
It says, "For we brought nothing into this world, and it is certain we can carry nothing out."
And it's all vanity anyway. You know, King Solomon said it best. It's all, and he had it all. So you just think, because you, like brother said it earlier, you ain't gonna never be satisfied anyway. Look at these Edomites. They got the world. And the reason that they're not satisfied is because they don't have the judgment to know what to do with the resources. You can have all the resources in the world and you don't know what to do with it. If you're a selfish, righteous man though, according to your Yahweh, you're gonna know what to do with it. You're gonna disperse it amongst the people. That's why when we get it, they say the earth is gonna be in rejoicing mode. Because like we're gonna have it all, but when we get through building up the kingdom in righteousness, the rest of the nations are going to rejoice because we are ruling and we are ruling over them right. You don't got that now, you know, because you're dealing with a tyrant who wants it all. He wants it all to himself, and it's really his pride is going to destroy him.
That's right.
Continue.
Verse 8. "And having food and raiment, let us be therewith content."
Food and raiment, because the Lord said life is more than food and raiment. But what you have, be content with it, you know. You got one woman, be content with the one woman, you know. Hey, if you got no woman, be content with the no woman, you know. At the end of the day, everything your heart's desire will be given to you if you get a Lord what He requires of you, man. You know. And can brother get Deuteronomy 10 and 12, brother?
I got a quick.
Go ahead, bro.
This is Proverbs 29 and 2. "When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn."
Right. See, in the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. So we know the state of the people in now.
That's right.
All right. It's clear identifying who ruling. You know. So hey, that's where we come in at through the Spirit and power of Yahweh is to restore righteousness to the earth.
That's right.
You know.
I think it's a scripture. I think it's in Romans. It say the creature waiteth for the for the sons of men to be manifest. In other words, you mentioned like basically the people in the morning, man. You know, the whole earth, even the animals. They in captivity. They like, man, bro. When this shit gonna be over, man? You know, so it's all, hey, like you said, all depend on the elect, man. Once the elect get established and set up, the whole earth is gonna be at peace, man.
Hey, and a real a man of the Lord wants to be right.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? And it's not just being right of yourself, being right according to what the Lord has given us. You want to have the right judgment. Who likes to be wrong? Who likes to be corrected? Nobody. But what's right about being corrected? Accepting it. That's the righteous thing about, okay, the Lord set up men and elders over us, all right, to keep us and guide us. And when we go off, correct us. then once you get corrected, the righteous thing about correction is being able to accept it, you know? But we living in a world that nobody, man, can't nobody tell me nothing.
Right,
you know, it ain't nothing wrong with what I'm doing. Right. You worry about what you doing. Right. You know what I'm saying? And mostly, who is it? Our people. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, you hurt my feelings.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, that's why you know, emotions is something when you come into this truth too that you have to set to the side.
Yeah.
You know,
pride.
You know, and that's all. And pride is an emotion. You know.
You said Deuteronomy
10 and 12, I believe. Yeah, come.
It's Deuteronomy chapter 10, verse 12. And now, Israel, what doth the Lord thy power require of thee, but to fear the Lord thy power, to walk in all his ways, and to love him, and to serve the Lord thy power with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
Hey, going back to Sirach 43 and 30, when you serve the Lord, put forth all your strength, you know? So give your maximum effort. He knows that we can't keep these laws wholeheartedly. It's the effort. Get Matthew 5:48. Right. The Lord wants you to every day strive to have the perfect judgment throughout the day. And at the same time, no, Lord, I know I slipped on something. Let me repent, you know. Because I was watching a Tazawam, the elder Tazawam video on repenting daily. Hey, man, I was convicted. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, man, that's right. Because, hey, even when you don't think you've done anything, 9 times out of 10 you did something. You know what I'm saying? It's just this body. It's flawed, bro. It's flawed.
Yeah, that's right.
You got that?
Should be daily.
Book of Matthew chapter 5, verse 48. It says, "Be ye therefore perfect, even as your Father which is in heaven is perfect."
Now that's something that if you talk to a plantation Christian, they won't understand. Nobody's perfect. Yes, it is. It's men that's perfect in judgment. Even in your wrong, you can be right. Because the right way to accept your wickedness is humble yourself down and say, I was wrong, repent. Okay? The Most High is pleased with that. To him, that's perfect. You see? And that's something that the world, hey, they don't got it, man. That's why we commanded to separate from the world.
That's right.
Bro, got anything?
Yeah,
Go ahead, bro.
This is Psalms 141 and 5. It says, "Let the righteous smite me. It shall be a kindness, and let him reprove me. It shall be an excellent oil."
Let the righteous smite me, man. That's beautiful. Go ahead. You can
which shall not break my head, for yet my prayer also shall be in their calamities.
It made me think about that scripture about the chastising. The Lord say, when you sparing the rod, and also he say, it's to save his soul. You ain't gonna kill him. Like the Lord, he chastened us because he loves us. But hey, the best kind of love you got, if any brother had their father in their life, is when he got on you and put you in that headlock or told you up. You know what I'm saying? Dude, in the end, it made you better. You know what I'm saying? And the Lord, that's what he do. Hey, look, look here. Hey, brother was talking about, we was talking about Jake last night, how Jake is, like Jake is a knucklehead. You know what I'm saying? The Lord had to break Jacob's hip, man. You know, like had to humble Jake down. He had to, hey man, let me knock this nigga hip out of socket right quick. That's all he playing with, you know? But it was love. In the end, what he do? He blessed him. He blessed him, man. He gave him that name. You know, hey, you are a power with the most, with God. You are a son of God, man. You know? Not only we have what it takes to take the chastening of the Lord. You know?
And you said earlier that we desire to do right. You know, and only the hopeful elect, you know, we say we hopeful elect, but only the elect is gonna pray that prayer. The Lord hit me with being right. I want to be right. You know,
be right.
That's on us. You know, the wicked ain't gonna pray them type of prayers. You know,
that's right. And that's why, you know, if you ever find yourself doing something, the slightest thing, you be
on yourself. You be on yourself.
You be on yourself. Like, shit, man, I know that. You know what I'm saying? Because we desire to do right, man.
You got some, bro?
Proverbs. This is Proverbs 23 and 13. Withhold not correction from the child, for if thou beatest him with the rod, he shall not die.
He ain't gonna die. like you know how your mom used to tell you, not the mom, you know, or your grandma or somebody tell your mama, hey, whoop his ass. He ain't gonna kill him. You know what I'm saying? Hey, and that's what you got today. You got a whole society of people not correcting children, adults, parents not correcting children because they're afraid. Like, oh, no, he got a bruise. You know, he got a whip. You got, like, hey, man, look. If you whoop your child, that show you that this society is not according to the standard of the Lord.
That's right.
It's completely contrary to it. You know,
that's right.
And because that's why I say our women should bring forth monsters. And the reason why they bring forth monsters because they ain't got no damn correction.
They ain't get corrected. That's right.
Man, you should be scared as hell when I'm talking about. All right.
Oh yeah.
If I tell you one more time, you know what I'm saying? I'm all right. You know. And if I did do it, again, I'd be sure, like, I make sure she don't find out about it, you know. But you can't be like that with the Lord, you know. The Lord know your every move, right? You know. It was one I just had on my spirit. I escaped.
I had something real quick.
Go ahead, brother. Get it. It may come back.
This is Job 5:17. Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore, despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty.
Yeah. And then, examine thyself daily, whether they be in the truth. Brother was quoting it. But happy is the man who the Most High corrected. Because if you're truly a man of the Lord, when you get corrected, you're thankful, you're grateful.
Yeah.
Because you see the detriment of the outcome if you would have kept going that way. You're like, oh man, that could have destroyed me, you know?
That's right.
But that's why you have to daily, you know, look at yourself, you know, and see, hey, what did I do today? All right, how did I conduct myself throughout my day? How did I live according to the Lord, you know?
That's right.
Did I study today? Did I read today? Did I pray today? You know, you might have a day you'll slip up praying and something happen. I know it happens to me.
Yeah.
I'd be like, man, I slipped up. I went out and, you know, I forgot to pray. And I caught all type of hell out here in traffic. You know, might got caught up in an accident, anything, man.
Start feeling guilty. I know I should have prayed.
I should have prayed. Or you went to sleep and then pray, and you'll have a shitty night of sleep. And then you gotta go to work. You be like, man, hey, cause you go to, when I pray before I go to sleep, man, I rest very well. If I miss a night, I be like, man, Then see, that's when you need to reset. You know. Go ahead, bro.
Is there a proper way to pray?
You're supposed to pray in private, and you're supposed to face the east. You know. Now you might not. Of course, with your head uncovered too. Your head, man, not supposed to pray with his head or prophesy with his head covered. Now, most brothers learn Matthew. Can brother get that 6. Matthew?
Yeah, Matthew 6.
Yeah, Matthew 6.
Now that's the daily prayer. Brothers should pray that daily. You know. Now the Lord just say, just come to Him and ask Him plainly what you want. You don't got to be, you know,
repetitive.
Repetitive.
Don't be at the Pharisees and make the long prayer all out in the open.
Just be straight and direct with the Lord of what you want. That's of course, we want to give Him thanks before you ask Him for anything. You know, repent first. You know, but the ideal, the prayer, Lord's Prayer is the brother about to get it.
Yes. Matthew chapter 6, start at verse 9.
Oh, you'll get it over.
Where it teach you to face Jerusalem, Daniel 6.
Face the east.
Yeah, Daniel 6.
Face the east.
So this is Matthew chapter 6, verse 9. It says, after this manner, therefore pray ye, our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. It says, thy kingdom come, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us of our debts as we forgive our debtors.
Really a quick point, but like the brother's going to the importance of praying and saying this prayer every day. If you say this prayer every day, like the brother was speaking about when he prays before he sleeps better. if you pray this prayer every day, certain demons don't hop on you. Like that part where it says, forgive our debtors. We'll forgive our debtors as we forgive those who debt against us. That's a very important piece of that prayer too. You know what I'm saying? You actually, the more you do it, the more repetitive you are about it, and actually fervent to make sure you set up the proper prayers. Yeah, like you'll see it working in your life as well.
That's right. If I can add too, this prayer is heavy because it kind of
covers everything.
It's like a summary of, give us salvation, give us strength, protect. It's like a summary of like everything. It's heavy.
Yes. Verse 13 says, "And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom and the power and the glory forever." So it be.
Yeah. So if you praying that ultimately before you lay it down, and when you wake up before you go out into the world, you pretty much covering. Because it said, "Lead us not into temptation." And what Sirach tell you, if you come to serve the Lord, prepare thy soul for temptation. That's right. And us brothers, when we do come in, most brothers try to learn it in the Hebrew. Okay, because it's more powerful. It's more power in the Hebrew.
I sent it to you. I sent it to you. But one more thing too is praying to the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai too. Not praying to God and Jesus. You gotta pray to that. Pray to those names because those names hold power. Anybody, all these people in the world praying to God and Jesus, ain't shit happening for them. Nah. We praying to those specific names. And the Lord is manifesting, prayers, and He's it's being made manifest.
That's right.
So, that's important too, is to pray in those names.
If I can say too, just another prayer that you could do is Psalms 51st chapter too. Yeah. About not taking the Holy Spirit, Lord not taking the Holy Spirit away.
Psalms 51:11.
Psalms 51.
Yeah, all those prayers, they on YouTube. Brothers done videos on them.
Yeah.
Of course, take your time, get into the Hebrew and try to get those prayers down, man. You're gonna really need them prayers, from now moving forward, man. That's something you really need, man.
Hey, and you was gonna say something, Rob?
I got a quick one.
Okay.
Brother.
No, that was it.
Okay, I was just gonna say, hey, the brother, your dad just mentioned what was it, your dad? Oh, that's Karatazar. Psalms 51:11. That's a good prayer for when you're getting weak, man. Yeah. That's the perfect prayer for when you're getting weak, man. And the Spirit, Lord willing, get on me to learn it. I know a little bit of it in Hebrew, I ain't mastered it, but that prayer is deep, man. That Hebrew, saying how them words be flowing, it'll tongue you up, But hey, it's definitely good for when you feel yourself getting weak, man. You might be down on yourself, like, man, I ain't been doing no videos, man. I don't feel like studying.
That's right.
That's that spirit, like it's leaving you.
That's right. That's right.
Go ahead.
Okay, this is Psalms 124:8, because the brother Saad said, it's important to pray and call on the right name. So it says, "Our help is in the name of the Lord who made heaven and earth." So that's why our help lies. And we need help every day, daily, every minute, second, hour. When you at the job, when you at home, and of course we have to have the Lord to make it out of this wicked ass kingdom, and into the kingdom of Yahweh Shema Shai, the kingdom of heaven. So very important.
Hey, we pray. I prayed. Remember, I was telling y'all we was talking about how it's supposed to rain today, which it is raining, but not according to what the meteorologist said it's gonna do. I was like, I'm gonna pray that it don't rain tomorrow, because for the most part, we get a little drip drop, but it ain't coming down. Now, when we leave camp, don't be surprised. Hey, it'll happen, man. Hey, prayer works, bro. Don't underestimate. Like, don't be scared to ask the Lord for nothing, man. Like, don't think it's anything that's out of His reach that He can't provide.
We just. Well, without prayer, we say to
Tawab.
Yeah.
Well, brothers in their prayers different, Some brothers say Tawab. You can tell them, Elder, how y'all do it.
Tawab, which means basically it's good, it is good. You don't really say amen or amen. Brothers think, they don't know what the amen meant. Amen Ra. So brothers just say, basically it's good. Tawab. Thank you.
Salah is let it be true. It is Salat.
Salat.
Oh, look it up. It's, I think it's Let It Be True.
I want to say.
But I can read this real quick. It's the prologue in Ecclesiasticus. I'm gonna start towards the bottom. It says, "Wherefore, let me entreat you to read it with favor and attention, and to pardon us, wherein we may seem to come short of some words."
Right, because when this book was translated, it was translated from, of course, the Hebrew, right, into the English, right, and also the Greek and the Latin. So words have meanings according to the languages they was written in, and when you translate them into another tongue, the power of them is lost in the translation. Right. So this is what they're saying.
Right. It says, which we have labored to interpret. It says, for the same things uttered in Hebrew and translated into another tongue have not the same force in them.
Right. So you lose the power, right? When you say the Lord's name in another tongue.
Right.
You know, like Jesus, that's not his name, you know, because it doesn't have the same meaning, it doesn't hold the same weight.
Right.
You know.
It says, and not only these things, but the law itself and the prophets.
See?
Yep.
See?
Yeah. Yep. Yep. It says, and not only these things, but the law itself and the prophets and the rest of the books have no small difference when they are spoken in their own language.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was the point.
Yep. So you like the brother was saying, when you praying, make sure you praying in those names, because that Hebrew has that power, man.
I think Selah means like to meditate on, if I'm not mistaken.
Or if I could say, pray to the east. You know,
pray to the east. Yeah.
I got something real stuff.
Which the reason that the brother he brought the scripture that the reason that we face the east is because Jerusalem is to the east. They was he's telling you east, that's right, but it's facing Jerusalem actually, you know. But we on the west side, so we face the east.
Right.
The brothers on the other side, just for our edification of the video, face Jerusalem.
Right.
You know.
Right. Yep. That's right.
You can stand and pray. You know, you want to bow your head, stand and pray.
There's different ways.
Ways.
You can prostrate. You can lay flat on the ground. That's like
lay on your face.
A real humbling position. You can stand up. You can kneel. You know, however you want to do it.
Yeah.
You know.
Go ahead.
Yeah. So.
This is going into the name. When he was talking about the name being translated, Jesus. This is Acts chapter 4, verse 12. It says, "Neither is there salvation in any other, for there is none other name under heaven given among men whereby we must be saved."
That's right.
So, as the brother was saying, you know, if you praying in another name other than Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, you're not being heard.
That's right. That's right.
You know, and these people out here that's praying in those names, you know, certain things happen in their life and they credit those names, but like the scriptures say, let favor be shown to the wicked, that they will not learn righteousness. You know, and the rain falls on everybody.
Right.
So like those people that's out here and they praying in those false names, when Jacob's trouble hit and it really kicks off, calling on them names gonna get them ultimate destruction, man.
That's right.
You know, it's gonna really make it hasten. You know.
That's right.
But can brother get that Thessalonians? I think is examine ourselves.
Oh, I got that.
You got it.
Yeah, it's 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. It says, "Examine yourselves whether ye be in the faith. Prove your own selves."
Now, when you go into that word examine, it means test yourself, man. You know. You got to test yourself. So you should be daily testing yourself.
Right.
Whether or not you're in the faith. Go ahead, bro.
It says, know ye not your own selves, now that Yahweh Shai Mashiach is in you, except ye be reprobate.
Right, so don't be proud and think you got it. You know, think it's I'm covered. You know, hey, gotta humble yourself, man, to the fact that, hey, I could be going off. You know, hey, you know, you try to walk as righteous as you can, and you still come short. You know, we all fall short. You know,
and don't be afraid to check yourself.
Don't be afraid to check yourself. They say if you were to judge yourself, you would not be judged. You know,
right?
You know, because don't nobody know you better than yourself anyway.
That's right.
You know, you your own worst enemy. You know,
right? And it's true. You know, you got to be your own, like basically your toughest critic, man.
Yeah.
Dang, nah, you doing this wrong, you doing that. You gotta be like, that hard-nosed coach.
Yep.
Get on you by everything, you know. Get on your nerves. That's how you gotta be on yourself, man. You know. Had another one to go with that too. If you can more. This is a short, quick one. This is the book of Haggai, chapter 1, verse 7. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, consider your ways.
Consider your ways, man. You know, hey, let's go into the Lord. Say what? Meditate on this word. You know, if you meditate on this word, you're gonna be seeing how you lining up with it.
That's right.
You know, considering your ways. Are you walking the narrow path? Right. All right. Are you straying off? You're getting away from the flock. You know. Are you being brotherly? You know.
Right.
Can you get that? I think it's in 1 John where it say, I have no greater pleasure than for my children to walk in truth.
I had another one. This is missing the first couple of pages. This is let's see. Some Lamentations. Okay. Oh, you got it.
This is 1 John. This is John, third book of John.
Third John. Is it 1 and 4?
1 and 4.
Kind.
It says, I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in truth.
Walk in truth, you know. Truth is righteousness, you know. But you're walking on the narrow path, you know. So, read that one more time, Baba Kushab.
It says, I have no greater joy than to hear that my children walk in truth.
Right. So you want the Lord to be happy with you, man.
That's right.
You know, at all times you want the Lord to say, because ultimately that's what we're longing to hear. Good job. What's that scripture? Faithful servant. You know, good job, well done. You know.
That's right.
So, hey, the only way we're gonna accomplish that is if we daily checking ourselves, man.
Right. And then Notice said too, just back up. Notice said that walk in truth, man.
Walk in truth.
It's an action. Like it says in James, don't be a hearer of the word, but a doer. So something that we have to actually do, man. Not just be a cheerleader or standing on the sideline.
Hands in your pocket.
Hands in your pocket. You actually have to do this thing, man. That's right.
Psalms. They make me think about Psalms. Brother, if brother got something, though, go ahead and bring it.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 7, and verse 13. It says, enter ye in at the straight gate.
Yes, sir.
For wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction.
Hey, and who's at that straight gate? Yahweh Shah. All right, at that door. You know, when he opening it up, he say, hey, this is where you walk. Ain't no other way. And he made that path straight for you, man. Because it say, broad is the way that leadeth to the destruction. The Lord, he made a narrow path, and it's distinct.
That's right.
Hey, this is it. You go any other way, and those other ways are all deception.
Yeah.
You know? And it's levels of it. You could be so close, this path so close to the narrow path that you might think you own it.
Right.
You know? Right. And that's amongst the circumcision. You know, you think about these other Israelite camps, you got these guys out here, they teaching, and they might be off on one or two things. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
But those things are serious, you know?
And then Jake get caught up into that and think they ain't right, but it's like, nah, man. That ain't it, bro.
It ain't it. You can read that again, and brother get what they got.
Matthew 7 and 13.
I'm gonna give it to another brother, man.
It says, enter ye in at the straight gate, for wide is the gate, and broad is the way that leadeth to destruction. And many there be which go in thereat, because straight is the gate and narrow is the path which leadeth unto life, and few there be that find it.
Right. And only the elect is gonna find it, man. That's that few. You know, many are called and few are chosen. The Lord's elect are the only one that's gonna find that that straight narrow path and walk it. You know, execute, you know. You got something to throw in?
Laying back on what the brother said, the scriptures also tell you, you know, there's a way that seemeth right to a man, but the ways thereof is the way of death. Yeah. So like the brother said, you may think that you on that righteous path because it's real similar and may look to be the right way. You know, but the ways of it is death, man.
Yeah, that's right.
You know, along those other paths is snares and traps.
Traps.
So you might think you took 2 steps to the left. You thinking you on that path. Next thing you know, you done fell into a ditch.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Matter of fact, I got something real quick while the brother getting his scripture, because you had mentioned basically the pathway, man. You know, these other these Israelite camps that's teaching all types of wayward ass doctrines. And that's leading you towards death, man. This is Proverbs 12 and 28. It says, "In the way of righteousness is life." Which ultimately, the way of righteousness is through the scriptures, man. But it's a certain, only one group is teaching 100% truth, man. You know, bringing the word out in its pure form. It says, "In the way of righteousness is life, and in the pathway thereof, there is no death." You see? Yeah, so if you stay on this path, this righteous path, man, hey, Yahweh Shem Shah, it's life, man. You know, but if you, you go about it just by what you see. You know, this group got the fancy garments. You know, they got the elaborate videos. You know, the plush weddings. Man, that's death, man. You know, they ain't properly feeding you or warning you about the things to come, man.
That's right.
You know, but this word, man, give this truth through our leaders, man. You know, we're on that the right path, man. We just gotta stick with it. You know.
Yeah, I got a quick precept for the brother. You had something?
Now go ahead, bro.
Speaking of the path, this is 2nd Ezra, chapter 7. I start at verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow, and is set in a dangerous place to fall.
What's that dangerous place? The valley of the shadow of death, man.
That's right.
The Lord said He prepares a table before us in the presence of our enemies. Or you can equate that table to that path, man. You know, because we're eating the righteous judgment of the Lord amongst an adulterous generation, amongst a wicked generation, where sin is growing abundantly. We are growing in righteousness. You know, you got it, bro.
All right, continuing, it says, like as if there was a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
See, hey, you got all type of traps out there, man. You got fire on one side, water on the other side, man. And if you keep your eyes straight,
tunnel vision.
All right, and stay on that path, you won't fall to either side. It's like trying to walk a tightrope. You know, you can't be focused on what's down there, like you trying to walk a tightrope off a deep fall. You know, to the other side to safety. That's basically what we doing. You know, but it's fire on one side, water on the other side. But you worry about
that fire.
You know,
damn, it's kind of hot.
Just another analogy. Whenever you seen like Kobe and Jordan, you know, they going crazy in the game. They had that vision. Man. They ain't see the defenders. You know, they weren't focused on nothing but that ball in the basket, man.
Yes, sir.
You know?
Yes, sir. That's how you gotta be, man. You got some more?
Yeah, kind of. It's more to that. It says, verse 8, and one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could be so small that there could but one man go there at once.
Right. And that's why our brother was saying earlier, hey man, we can't hold your hand. We can't drag you through this truth, man. You gotta pull your own weight in this truth, man. You know? And that's going into every man gotta work out their own salvation with fear and trembling. Hey, that's fear and trembling, man. You trying to You better stay focused, man. You know?
I got 3 seconds.
Go ahead.
It's Matthew 6 and 22. The light of the body is the eye. If therefore thine eye be single, thy whole body shall be full of light.
Let thy eye be single, man. You know, focus on the task at hand, the bigger picture. You know, yeah, you know, we in this flesh. We gonna think about certain things. We gonna have certain pleasures that we indulge in, but the what you should be zoomed in on, all right, is the kingdom of heaven, man.
That's right.
Yeah,
You know.
Matter of fact, so like,
Go ahead,
you
go
still
ahead.
holding that?
Yeah.
Jump to verse 14.
Verse 14, come. This is verse 14. If then they that live labor not to enter this straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them.
Going into the salvation in the kingdom, man. You ain't willing to go through that straight and narrow path, that difficult.
Yeah, it goes into that on verse 9.
If you're not willing to go into that and labor and sacrifice, because you know, brothers been going into the sacrifice, all right, denying ourselves, you know, afflicting ourselves. If you're not willing to go through all these things, you know, having your family talk shit to you, you know, your woman looking down like, oh, fucking another Saturday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If you're not willing to go through these things, man, you're not willing to go through these things to receive that reward, man, that kingdom, man.
Can I finish
Go ahead,
verse
okay.
9? Come, it says, if this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the dangerous set before it, how shall he receive this inheritance?
So the Lord is asking you, like, hey man, here it is, it's set up for you. But if you don't go through this, how can you inherit it, man? To inherit something, you actually got to go through it. It's stipulations to receive an inheritance.
That's right.
Like when Esau, even in the world or whatever he showed you in his movies, you can't just be acting like a nigga, so to speak. Right. When it comes to Esau or whatever, otherwise he'll just cut you off completely. Like you can't receive the inheritance.
Hey, even in basketball, the NBA players, in order for them to receive that full payment of that contract, you know, one thing that they can't do is ride a motorcycle. Jason Williams.
Yes, certain stipulations.
He got into the accident all them years back. He got into a motorcycle accident. He lost all that, and he can't play ball no more.
All the guaranteed money that he was.
He lost all of it.
All of it.
Man, you belong to them. You belong to them.
I ain't know that one. That's
Certain stipulations in these contracts, man. It's the same thing with your how about Shimmy outside, man. You got to go through this. Okay, you're not gonna receive this until you get this done. Okay, well, you did that. Now let's go on to another level. Ain't no stopping until we hit them chariots. Lord willing, we be part of the elect.
Hey, that's right. Hey, going back to the point you made, right? As far as the NBA players, their bodies are an asset. Their bodies are that's their money maker. Hey, we're bought with a price. Same thing. Our bodies are the asset. You know.
That's why some of them guys, like baseball players, they get $1 million insurance policies on their arms.
I know Kurt Schilling had one on his arm. $1 million insurance.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Hey, it's necessary. I was gonna say, what's the Acts the 14th chapter? If somebody will get that real quick.
I got it right there.
Oh, you got it? Oh, that's spirit.
This is Acts chapter 14, verse 12. Is that what you wanted?
Is it 12 or 22?
22.
Try 22.
Yeah, kind of. This is for Acts chapter 14, verse 22.
Speak up.
Do they not err that devise evil, but mercy and truth shall be to them that devise good?
That's check 12 where you was at before.
This one is
You said Acts 14?
it says
No, you in Proverbs, huh?
3.
I got it.
Yeah, what it says through
Acts 14, what?
22.
yeah.
All right,
it's
this
22.
is Acts chapter 14, verse 22. It says, confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith.
Right, so that's what we do. You know, we exhort the brothers to continue in the faith, man. You know, to continue to thrive and grow in this faith, man. You know, don't take your hand off the plow. You know, Luke the 9th chapter, man. You know, those that take the hand off the plow is not fit for the kingdom, man.
That's right.
You know, so we constantly exhort brothers to keep going, man, keep enduring. Go ahead, talk about it.
It says, I'll start from the top. Confirming this is Acts chapter 14, verse 22. Confirming the souls of the disciples and exhorting them to continue in the faith.
That's right, yep, go ahead.
It says, all that we must through much tribulation enter into the kingdom of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Right, through much tribulation into the kingdom, man. That's part of that straight gate, man. You know, that position of difficulty. So it's not going to be just super easy. It ain't going to be a cakewalk. You know, it's not going to be given to us on a silver platter, man. You got to work. You got to suffer, you know, have patience, endure the chastening. It's a hard walk, but through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you know, the Lord going to supply us with what we need to get by, man. All right? If we stay sincere, you know, we stay faithful to the doctrine. Don't bug out. Don't get proud, man. You know, and the Most High gonna, you know, give us that strength and energy, man. You know, that's right. Today, that was all I want to say. Somebody else is up to speak, or
I was gonna speak.
Oh, yeah. I just want to say that real quick.
Yeah, so we gonna just continue to flow in the spirit, man. Spirit, you know, spirit hot. It's a little chilly with the spirit hot, man. So we won't let it just continue to flow out, man.
All right, this is 1 Corinthians chapter 14. Verse 37, it says, if any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that I write unto you are the commandments of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai.
Yeah, it said, if any man consider himself to be a prophet or spiritual, man, all right? Because really, how can you prophesy less you prophesying through the spirit of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, you know, Ba'ashem HaKodash, and you prophesying the words of the Heavenly Father, man. You know, if you come in any other name, any other spirit, out of any other book or any other doctrine, man, you're not right, man. You know, and that's why we're so fortunate. The men you see standing before you, you know what I'm saying, Lord willing, myself included. That's why we're so fortunate to have the beauties and understanding of this word, man. You know what I'm saying? Because through the understanding of these words, you know what I'm saying, we, Lord willing, we're gonna actually have the power of these words that we lift up our voice like a trumpet. You know what I'm saying? Is gonna, Lord willingly, at some point in time through us, bring down the kingdom of Esau Edom. Now we know Esau Edom's kingdom is gonna fall, but Lord willingly, it's gonna come through the works and labors of us, man. Real quick, somebody get 2nd Ezra chapter 6 start at the top. What would you got? And somebody get Ecclesiastes 8:5.
That first one? Okay. The 2nd Ezra 6:1. And he said unto me in the beginning, when the earth was made, before the borders of the world stood.
Yeah, so these words, all right, you connect this, of course, with John 1:1. Yep. These words and this wisdom that we have access to, man, goes back to even before what we see in the flesh was created, man. You know, the power. That's once again. That's why the spirit of prophecy is so beautiful, man. All right, because we actually able to. The prophets will be the first ones to actually slay this world, man. All right, because the elect 144,000 men that are ordained and that were formed before they were formed in the belly, and they were fashioned in the Holy Spirit, man. We're gonna be the Lord. We're gonna be the first ones to actually defeat this world, man, by mortifying our members and denying our flesh, man.
That's right.
All right.
That's right. Continue on, bro. Okay. It says, before the borders of the world stood, or ever the winds blew, before it thundered and lightened, or ever the foundations of paradise were laid, before the fair flowers were seen, or ever the movable powers were established.
So before all these things, man. Continue on.
Before the innumerable multitude of angels were gathered together, or ever the heights of the air were lifted up, before the measures of the firmament were named, or over the chimneys in Sion were hot, and ere the present years were sought out, or ever the inventions of them that now sin were turned, before they were sealed that have gathered faith for a treasure. Then did I consider these things.
Yeah, so all before everything was created, you know what I'm saying? Before the earth, the trees, the birds, us, the waters, all right, the heavens, before everything was created, the Most High already considered the end, man. All right? And that's why even Yahweh Shai is known as what? The Alpha and the Omega. All right, he's the beginning and the end. Man, because before everything was created, the Most High already considered everything, man.
The end was established from the beginning.
That's right. The end was established from the beginning, man. Before the beginning. You know,
before the beginning. Yeah,
that's right.
That's right.
And that's why it's so important to hold fast to what we have, man. You know, like Buzz is going into, continue to fight. All right, be diligent. All right, continuing in brotherly love and kindness and charity. All right, continuing to fight the flesh. All right, and fighting those left-handed demonic energies. All right, because all these things were already considered before the formation of everything, man.
That's right.
Before you even formed in the flesh, all these things were considered, man. All right, and through biblical prophecy, we know and understand that the nation of Esau, or the nation of Edom, the so-called white man, is quickly falling, man. All right, through the power of these words. All right, we're Lord willing of the number that are going to be the ones to help bring down and foster in the nation and the kingdom of Israel, man. That's right. You know, is there more on that?
Okay. Says, then did I consider these things, and they all were made through me alone, and through none other.
Yeah, so these things were all made by Yahweh, by Shem Shai, man. Mm-hmm. All right, even us being able to stand on this ground that, you know, that we're standing on. All right, but before everything was created and fashioned, all these things were made and formed by Yahweh Shai, man. All right, in the spirit first before it actually formed in, you know, carnally, so to speak. All right, and you know, if you continue on that chapter, we don't have to. We don't have to for the sake of time. Okay. It tells you that it's counting the times asunder, or the division of times. Yep. That Esau is the beginning of the world, and Jacob is that's the follower, man. Yep. Yep. All right, so we're in that time, man. All right, the nation of Israel, the 12 tribes are coming together. We have a beautiful opportunity to actually go out here and do this thing, man. And that's why it's worth the effort, the time and energy, and any of your worldly resources. It's worth it to put on the line, man. That's right. Brothers already went to the sacrifice, devotion, all right? Mm-hmm. And really, you gotta have a certain level of passion, man. And that's what the scriptures speak about, a fervent spirit, man, not slothful in business. Because it's a lot of work to be done, man. It's a lot of lost souls of our nation that are out here, man, that are dry, man, and hurt. Yeah. Right. All right, and the spirit is broken, man. All right, but with that broken and contrite spirit, there's an ordained number of men who are once again who are ordained and fashioned to bring them souls back together, man. All right. That's right. Go back to that. You got Ecclesiastes 8:5. Go there for me.
All right, and it's start at the top.
That's spirit, got you.
Okay, I'm starting at the top. This is 1 Corinthians 14:37. It says, if any man think himself to be a prophet or spiritual, let him acknowledge that the things that are right unto you are the commandments of the Most High.
That's right. And once again, it's like the things that are written to us, man. All right, and all these things that are written to us, they were already considered before they actually even written, man. That's how we know and trust that it comes from the Most High, man, the Heavenly Father, Yahweh Shem Shai. All right, because we actually incorporate it in our lives, man, and it works. All right, the Most High is not going to forsake us, man. That's it, as long as we continue to fight and do His will and do His work, man, and gather His very elect.
That's it, brother.
Continue on.
Verse 38. But if any man be ignorant, let him be ignorant.
Yeah, because even with that salvation, we know that there's a predestined number of our people that are gonna be destroyed, man. All right. So we're bidding those to the marriage. We're Lord willing showing them the proper way. All right. But no matter any of your efforts, all right, there's going to be a preordained number that's going to fall by the sword, man. Because they trust in the system and ideology of Esau Edom, man, the so-called white man.
That's right.
That's right, brother. Go, man. Because they trust in Esau Edom, the so-called white man. All right, they don't want to take heed and bow down to the powers of Yahweh Shem Shai, our true power, man. That's right. You know.
Okay, good. All right, God. This is verse 39. Wherefore, brethren, covet to prophesy, and forbid not to speak with tongues. Verse 39. Wherefore, brethren, covet to prophesy, and forbid not to speak with tongues.
It says covet to prophesy, man. All right, you gotta have that I'm good, man. You gotta, man. It gotta be burning in you, man, to go out here and do this work, man. Yes. All right. Yeah. Once again, you know, we face certain obstacles, so to speak. All right. we're fashioned to be more than conquerors, man. All right, Yahweh Shah conquered everything while he spent his time on earth, man, even death. Okay, so there's nothing that we can't conquer through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shah, man. Anything else is doubt. All right, that's a left-handed demonic energy, man. All right, we have the power because we have the understanding of these scriptures, man.
That's right.
All right.
That's right.
Any more on that?
Yeah, it's a little bit more. This is verse 40. It says, "Let all things be done."
Let's stop there. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6. Bring it out, Ecclesiastes.
This is Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. It says, "Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing."
Yeah, so even that, having the understanding that we're not gonna feel no evil thing, man. Because everything is everything, man. Like they used to say.
Yeah.
All right. Esau's hurt.
Yep.
Esau's finished. All right, and the very elect are getting strengthened day by day, man. Okay, but read that again.
Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. "Whoso keepeth the commandment."
And that's what I want to get. I want to get into keeping the commandments, man, because we touched on in the spirit about the things that have been written unto us. All right, and trusting in the law, statutes, the commandments, the covenants, the prophecies, the brotherhood. Okay, so let's get into that, man. Let's get that Wisdom of Solomon chapter 6. Hold that cross up and bring it back up. 6, I believe, started verse 11 to 12.
Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 11.
Let me check it real quick, though. Here. Yeah. Yep, start there.
Yeah, it's Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 11. "Wherefore set your affection upon my word."
It says, set your affection upon my word, man. That's your affection is your love. You know, we have to love these words, man. All right. Wisdom is likened unto a woman, you know, and it's a woman that can fulfill all your needs, man. You know, and it says set your affection upon my word. You know, because once again we're so lucky, man.
Yeah.
Not only to be Israelites, you know, through the flesh and through the spirit and the covenant, but to be potential prophets. You know, and we say that Lord willing and humbly, but you know, somebody has to be those men, and those men will be doing what we're doing. You know, so even that, man, confidence boost, man. All right, why not you, man? Why can't you be that man who can stand up in righteousness for our Lord and Savior Yahweh Shah? You know? So, keep going, bro. I'm good. I'm good. Keep reading.
Okay. This is Wisdom of Solomon 6 and 11. "Wherefore set your affection upon my words, desire them, and ye shall be instructed."
Yeah, desire them, and you should be instructed, man. All right, because there's nowhere else on this earth that we can go to understand proper ways to deal other than the Holy Bible, man. And we got it. We have access to it. All right, and we have access to the understanding by the Spirit from our apostles and elders, man. All right, so we have to love these words, man. To the point, but you can't help but personify the words, man.
That's right.
You can't help but be brotherly. You can't help but be on fire. You can't help but want to do lessons. You know, you can't help but pray when you in times of straits. All right. You can't help but feel low when you're not reaching your maximum potential, man.
If I could just say too, that's why it's important to read, because when you read, you see these examples that the brother is saying, man, and it gets you, like the brother was saying, fervent in the spirit, man, get you hot. Yep. And then you like, hey, I want to be just like that, man.
Just say coming out the prophets out. Matter of fact, bring that Ecclesiastes 8 and 5 out.
It's Ecclesiastes 8 and 5. "Whoso keepeth the commandment shall feel no evil thing."
No evil thing, man. All right. Here it is. Here it is. We slaves. But we don't even feel that shit, man. Yeah. We like, bring it, Esau. Right. Bring the chip. Bring martial law. Shut the government down, man. Build the wall, lock us in, and see who's gonna deliver us, man.
That's right.
We don't feel none of that, Esau.
That's right.
So we trust in these words, man. The power of Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah by Shem Kakwa Dash.
That's right.
All right, that Yahweh Shah will come back and deliver his very elect, man. That if we do his will and do his work, we can't help but be saved, man.
That's right. That's right.
We don't fear no evil that y'all can bring to us, man. Bring it, man.
That's right. Yeah, I appreciate it. This is Revelation 22:7. Behold, I come quickly. Blessed is he that keepeth the sayings of the prophecy of this book.
Yeah, Howard Shah's coming quickly, Esau. All right, that's why you got these satellites. All right, Tesla's launching the Falcon 9.
Yeah, 20,000. I think it said like 20,000 satellites or something like that.
Yeah, man. Hey, do what you gotta do, Esau. All right. Hey, Trump, keep the government shut down. Put the pressure on it, man. All right. But that's the beauty of enduring the chastisement of the Lord, man. We used to the pressure, man. Yep. All right. You know, if you were in any type of competitive environment, man, you gotta thrive in pressure, man. Right. You want more pressure, man. Because the more pressure that you can endure, the more you can dish out, man.
That's it. I got something, bro. Was you done on that? It's Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness.
Yeah, the righteous man, man. The man who's taking heed to the law, statutes, and commandments. The man who trusts in the prophecies, man. The man who can feel Yahushua coming even though he's not here yet, man.
That's right.
Because the prophecies say he coming here, man. Quickly. Esau, you ain't got shit, man. Your kingdom is finished. All right, it's time. It's now the time of Jacob rising, man. All right, the house of David. All right, and y'all can't stop it, man. That's why y'all hurt. Y'all hurt because you know you can't stop it, man. All right, because once again, we already endured slavery, man. All right, we've already endured Jim Crow and sharecropping and all that bullshit. We've already endured segregation. All right, your pressure is maxed out. All right, and once again, anybody deal with sports, when a team is applying pressure, and you can sustain the pressure, and you can attack, they weak on the backside, man. Yep. On the full court press, you break the press, lay up.
Yeah.
All right, if a team blitzing and it's man to man on the corners, Hail Mary.
Yeah, try to do a full court press or whatever. Hey, and then they be having to call a timeout. That momentum started to get fast.
That's Esau right now.
Esau, right? Esau, timeout. Stop the clock.
Trying to get their strategies together, but they finished.
Yeah, they finished, man.
They can do.
Esau, you on your heels, man. All right, and the beautiful thing is, the beautiful thing about it, the righteous men. All right, once again, we're gonna keep going in that 5th chapter 2. The righteous men are getting bolder, man. Because once again, we're vessels of the Spirit. We see this. We see the Spirit manifesting. We see the Spirit abounding. All right. We see the Spirit profiting, man. Because it's working through us, and we see it in the men around us, man. So Esau, you finished, man, and we're gonna, Lord willing, stand up and continue to bring this word out in boldness until the very end, man.
That's right.
Because we know you can't stop it, man.
That's right, brother.
Yep. Go ahead, bro.
Wisdom of Solomon 5:1. Then shall the righteous man stand in great boldness before the face of such as have afflicted him.
Yeah, and who's afflicted our people, man? All right, the so-called Negroes, the so-called Latinos, the so-called Native Americans. All right, the time of our affliction is over, man. All right, the bands are being burst asunder, man. All right, all through the spirit and power of these words, man. All right, so that's why once again, if you stand in this light of a prophet, man, take it humbly, man. Take it humbly. Cherish this opportunity that we have. All right, even understand the beauty of this, man. That once our Lord and Savior Yahushua returns, we're gonna be able to enter to our rest and live for eternity, man. All right. The brother brought it out. What's that? Romans 8th chapter. You can't compare the beauty of the kingdom to any suffering you will live on this side.
That's right.
That's why we already dead, man. That's why we say Esau, bring it, man. What the fuck you waiting for, man?
That's right.
Hey, put the pressure on it, man. Where your cojones at, Esau? Let your little nuts swing, man.
Esau is a coward, man. You guys.
Well, I just keep and made no account of his labors.
Mm-hmm. And but man, we know the beauty of it now, man. We laboring now. All right, we laboring now, and you best believe Esau, man. How we stop this, man? You know, strike this page, cut this page, remove these videos.
Esau, just make it stop.
But the beauty of it is you can't come up against the Most High, man. All right, With that Ecclesiastes, I believe it's chapter 8th chapter, talking about execute a judgment, not work speedily.
Yeah.
You know? You ain't got to get it. Well, matter of fact, get it.
I'm right
for
here.
edification's sake.
I'm right here. It's Ecclesiastes 8:11. It says, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil.
Yeah, and of our people, man, you know, beginning with the nation of Edom, Esau, Edom, you know, well, they were designed to be the wicked from the beginning anyway. All right, we understand that. That's why we don't trust in Esau, Edom, or any of his ways. All right, shit. Sometimes you even like feel yourself relying too much on just things you have, you know, access to in the world. Like, man, I don't want that. Like, what else can I do besides what he offered me, man? You know. But because the Most High created them to be wicked, and they've been able to maximize their wickedness, and our people have joined to them and trust in His ways, their heart is completely set to do evil, man.
That's right.
But it's all good because this judgment that's coming is gonna come hot and heavy, man.
That's right.
All through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shem Shai. At Esau, you can't stop it, bro. All right, let's get ready for slavery, man. Somebody get that Revelation 13.
Nah, I got something for you.
Bring it
It's
up.
Obadiah verse 17. It says, but upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance.
But upon Mount Zion shall be deliverance, man. Starting with through Yahweh Shai, man. Yahweh Shai and his 144,000 elect men. All right. That's why you know. Once again, the standard for us is 3 videos a week. We understand that, but that's why brothers be in that spirit trying to do more, man. Do more.
We understand.
Because we have an unction to understand the ugliness that's getting ready to happen. But more than that, we have a love for our people, man.
That's right.
All right. You know, we have such a love for our people that we'll cuss their ass out, man. Tell them to get right before judgment ultimately comes, man. Yep. That's real love, man.
Yep. That's right.
We brought that out in Psalms 141st chapter. Let the righteous man smite me, man. Because I'd rather die at the blade of a righteous man than to die at the will of an unrighteous man, man.
That's right.
Because if a righteous man smites me or corrects me or anything of that nature, it's for your benefit. Because we've already tasted of that force from the wicked already, man, and it's over, man. It's over, man. There's more on that.
Yeah, kind of. It says, and there shall be holiness, and the house of Jacob shall possess their possessions.
Yeah, we're gonna possess everything Esau been gathering up is ours, man. All right, even these dumps, these deep underground bases and silos, all that shit. These people be doomsday preppers. All right, don't be surprised if Yahweh Shem Shai or an angel leads you to them places and come Jacob's trouble, man. All right, because of what? Because we understand that the righteous shall feel no evil, man. All right, and it's prophesied that whatever you're gathering up is going to be for the righteous elect people of Yahweh Shem Shai.
That's right.
So hey, gather it up, man. That's why ain't nothing to fear out here, man.
That's right.
The only thing to fear is falling out of this ministry, man. There's more on that.
God, there's one more verse. It says, and the house of Jacob shall be a fire.
Yeah, it should be a fire, man. Starting with this word, man. This word, hot fire, man, devouring this place, man. You know, and ultimately, you know, the house of Jacob, you know, going into our people, you know, fucking these heathens up. Jacob, continue.
It says, and the house of Joseph a flame, and the house of Esau for stubble.
All right, to where you ain't nothing, man. Nothing. Because we already know you ain't nothing. All right, your works show that you ain't nothing anyway. All right, because ain't nothing Esau done on this side that is good.
Esau had done so much wickedness that Yahweh Shem Shai is going to erase them from being a nation, man. That's like, and our people, you know, that's like how the brother was saying, they don't even know who their enemy is, man. You got
some more?
Yeah, it says, and they shall kindle in them and devour them, and there shall not be any remaining of the house of Esau, for Yahweh Shem Shai have spoken.
Has spoken it, man. All right, so Esau, after your long period of hardcore slavery and bondage, get ready for the ultimate heat of us throwing you 500 feet into this big ass pit of fire, man.
That's right.
I'm casting a fishing line out there, man.
Golf.
You might just have spiritual power in this.
Golf range.
You know, it's gonna be beautiful, man. That's gonna be the biggest and beautifulest fire, man, ever crafted, man. Maybe not biggest, you know, but most beautiful, man. You hear the screams. Hey, but that's the eye for an eye, man. Cause y'all have decimated and mocked our people. So we ultimately want to decimate and mock and destroy your people.
All right, this is Proverbs chapter 3 and 25. It says, "Be not afraid of sudden fear,
right?
Neither of the desolation of the wicked when it cometh."
Yeah, don't read that again, bro.
This is Proverbs chapter 3, verse 25. It says, "Be not afraid of sudden fear."
Don't be afraid of sudden fear, man. All right, even if that spirit of fear hops up on you, you know, and you don't catch it, you know, unsuspectingly, don't be afraid of that. Rebuke that spirit, man. Understand that's not meant to rest on you, man. You know. Continue on.
It says, "Neither of the desolation of the wicked."
Yeah, because that destruction isn't coming for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua's elect. It's coming for the wicked, man. So if you've done everything you need to do up until that point when the destruction come, you should be expecting salvation. Yep. All right. Continue.
And it says, "When it cometh, for the Most High shall be thy confidence, and shall keep thy foot from being taken."
Yeah, but you got to fear, man. All right. Only thing, like I said, only thing you got to fear is you losing the confidence of these words, man, of these covenants, man, of these commandments, of these laws. All right. Of you falling off the straight gate. You know, that's the only thing to fear, man. But once again, everything that we need for salvation, we have access to, man. But you gotta have that true and pure faith of a mustard seed, man. Yeah. You know, you got something. Somebody get Matthew 6, I think 24, 25. You ready to close out? We're gonna flow down.
Matthew 6, 24.
24.
It's Matthew 6 and 24. It says, "No man can serve two masters."
You can't serve two masters, man. All right. You either with Yahweh Bashim Yahushua or you're not. Continue.
It says, "For either he will hate the one and love the other, or else he will hold to one and despise the other."
Yeah, so once again, they go into serving two masters, man. All right? Sometimes you gotta just be simple, man. Like, at the end of the day, who do you believe created the heavens and the earth? Start there.
Yeah.
Hebrews 11 chapter? 11 and 6?
Yep.
Start there, man. Who when you sit down, you know, in the comfort of your home, who do you think created everything, man? If you don't have an answer, you have a problem.
Yeah.
Right. And if you have an answer, what are you gonna do about it? You know? Continue on, bro. You got something? No, go ahead. Continue
it says, "Ye cannot serve the Most High and Mammon."
That's right. You can't serve the Most High and Mammon or bread. In the Hebrew, lacham. You know, throw Hebrew word right there, man. That's right. No, you can't serve the Most High and bread, man. Even understand that. Going to the Lord's Prayer, give us this day our daily bread. You know, there has to be a power supplying that, man. Right. But once again, that's the beauty of exercising in spiritual acts. Because if you send them prayers up, the Most High answers your prayers. Hey, the Wadi Habashim Yahshua, call all Yahabashim Yahshua, man.
Then you know it's only one master. Because the Lord answering your prayers, it's like, man, you know what I'm saying?
Yep. Hold, I got some wisdom stuff from 6. Go ahead.
This is Revelation 4 and 15. "I know thy works, that thou art neither cold nor hot. I would thou were cold or hot." Yeah, so it's like, hey, either you're gonna be hot or cold. Ain't no middle ground, which is getting ready to go into. But it's like, if you're gonna do this thing, man, hey, we've been saying it the whole time, the whole, you know, this whole camp spirit been pushing brothers to basically just, hey, gird up, give it all your strength, do it all, go hard. Go hard in the paint, you know?
Yeah, go hard in the paint, man.
You know?
Cause you in hell, and you have a way to work to get out of hell, to go to heaven. So do it, man. Get up off your ass and do it.
You sit at the home all day anyway.
You ain't doing nothing. You sit at home, you ain't doing nothing. Do it.
That's Revelations 3:17. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with goods and have need of nothing. And
it says has need of nothing?
Oh yeah.
You don't need nothing, man, on this side? If you don't think you need something, ask those 800,000 federal workers, man.
I know,
Who went from having a good, cushy government job to going to the food bank, getting ready to sell their car to make a mortgage payment, man.
Yeah, right.
Run tell that.
Damn.
Go ahead, bro.
I actually skipped the verse. I'll go back up to 16.
Hey, you know a lot of government working niggas. A lot of niggas are super proud too.
Yeah.
That's why our lawyers is putting the squeeze on you. Yeah, proud.
Federal job.
Government niggas are under me. You know, and
God bless America.
God bless America, the government, Trump.
Stand up all proud for the national anthem.
Got that smooth.
Hey, what Trump said to the federal worker? He said, "Yeah, they understand. They support what I'm doing."
Like, bro, I ain't getting paid, bro.
Because verse 16. So then, because thou art lukewarm and neither cold nor hot, I will spew thee out of my mouth. That's right. Hey, so, hey, that should put fear in your heart, because it's like you're lukewarm, you know, which that's just a false balance. Either you're gonna be hot about this thing, or you're gonna be cold.
Right.
But you can't stand on the fence. That's why we were going into earlier, you know, about window shopping, and you know, is this the truth? You know, is this it, or nah, man? Either get with it, get right, or get left. That's it.
Right.
You know, I keep going. 17. Because thou sayest, I am rich and increase with goods and have need of nothing.
Increase with goods, man. Increased in the worldly sense, man. All right, but cross out using Matthew 6.
6.
Go back. Finish that. Yeah, finish that.
Yeah.
Okay. It says, and have need of nothing, and knowest not that thou art wretched and miserable and poor and blind and naked.
You don't know what you are.
Spiritually.
You spiritually finished.
Yep.
Your spiritual bank account is in the deficit, man, and it's speedily wrapping up late charges, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You just spiritually finished, man. Even Howard Shaw said he had men have no need that they come unless they're sick and they in need of a physician. Roughly paraphrasing. You know, you gotta know that you ain't got nothing, man. You gotta know that you spiritually hurt, man, and that you sick. We like spiritual like dope fiends, man. Like just shaking, got the shakes. Cause you need that spiritual joke, man, to give you stability, man. Isaiah 33:6, wisdom and knowledge will be the stability of thy time and strength of salvation, man. For the fear of the Lord is a treasure, man. Because like the brothers reading in Revelation, because people feel good in the worldly sense, in the fleshly sense. So even the man came up asking about, you know, fasting and denying yourself, denying your flesh. Because the scripture speaks about too, a gift destroyeth the heart, man. And that's why we can't take heed to Esau's deception, man. His spiritual vanities, man. All right, because once again we go back into it. You can't serve two masters, man. You can't serve the world and serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. You can be in the world, you can use the world and not abuse the world and serve Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. But you can't serve the world, man. Or fleshly or carnal things, man. Continuing that, bro. Quite as
Oh, okay.
It's Matthew 6:25. Therefore I say unto you, take no thought for your life, what you shall eat or what you shall drink.
Because if you wake up in the morning, you sit up in prayer, asking the Most High to give you your daily bread, that's what you have to worry about.
That's all you need.
The food coming, man. You can't serve, you know, running after the perpetual rat race, so to speak. Yeah. You do what you got to do. You build up. You understand that money is a defense.
Yeah.
But at the same time, if I lose my job, man, whatever, man. I need the job no goddamn way, man. I hate the motherfucking jobs.
We don't get our substance off of our own merits. Our substance comes from the Heavenly Father.
That's right.
Whatever jobs we have or we think we possess, the Lord gave you that job. Yeah. The Lord allowed you to get this. The Lord basically makes the daily provisions for bread. It's not off of your own works. That's right. The Heavenly Father allows, you know, for us to eat.
Drop to the point we're talking to you about the lilies and King Solomon not being arrayed. You can find it.
Yep. It's verse 28. It says, and why take ye thought for raiment? Consider the lilies of the field, how they grow, they toil not, neither do they spin.
And they go back into 2nd Ezra chapter 6, man. The Most High considered all these things.
Yep.
The Most High considered the lilies. To where a seed drop, it grow. It don't gotta work. It gets the proper water, it gets the proper nutrients, it gets the proper sunlight, to where it can manifest in a beautiful field, man. You know. But Jake be worried about that tax income check. Yeah. All right, so they can buy their baby mama a big screen TV, man.
Yeah.
Serving mammon, man.
And they still on child support.
Yeah, he's still on child support.
You got the 50-inch. You need a 55-inch.
Yeah.
Simple, nigga. Hey, you want me to keep going?
Yeah, go on, keep going.
This verse 29. And yet I say unto you, that even Solomon in all his glory,
even King Solomon in all his glory, King Solomon has 700 wives, 300 concubines. Had gold just moving like clockwork. The cedars of Lebanon.
Right.
You know, making harps out of the wood, out of precious woods. Had crazy oxen that need to be, just crazy animals need to be killed to just meet his housely needs. Had all that, man. To where Queen Sheba came up and saw his doorman, was like, damn. Yeah, nah, it's a doorman. You know, come meet the king.
Yeah.
Continue, bro.
It says that even Solomon in all his glory was not arrayed like one of these.
Not even as a creation like the lily, man. You know what I'm saying? Because we had, man, the Most High is the ultimate Jake, man. The Most High know what we want. The Most High know what we need. And right now, what the Most High tells us what we need is knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, man.
That's right.
That's what we need.
Salvation.
All right? A little bit more on that?
God, if I could just jump down to verse 33, because this is really the point.
Yep.
It says, but seek ye first the kingdom of the Most High and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Yeah, and how do you seek ye first the kingdom of heaven, man? And get the righteousness. You get the righteousness by accumulating the knowledge, wisdom, and converting it to understanding, man.
That's right.
So we're gonna get this, we're gonna close out.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6, starting at verse 12. It says, wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away.
Don't never fade away, man. Because this wisdom has been with the Most High, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai, before everything, man. All right? It don't fade away. It don't die, multiply, man. Continue.
Yea, she is easily seen of them that love her, and found of such as seek her.
Yeah, because you gotta seek it, man. You gotta understand the beauty of these words, man. The beauty of these understandings. The beauty of the covenant and the commandments. How not eating shrimp, crab, and lobster actually benefits you. Yeah. And then put on top of that drinking proper waters and juices, and then eating herbs. You know what I'm saying? It just get better, man. It don't get no worse. It get better. All right. We jump down to the 17th verse when we close out.
This is verse 17. For the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline.
All right. To where you want to just get to the point you realize that the world has polluted you so much. You desire discipline, man.
That's right.
You desire, and that goes into what? Seeking their righteousness, man.
That's right.
You desire to be held in the chains of wisdom, man.
That's right.
you love it, man. You love being just pushed down and just you don't move until I say move. Now if you move, you can get jacked up. So don't move.
Yeah.
You desire that discipline, man. You just want to be right, man. You know? Is there any more on that?
Yeah, a little bit more. And it says, and the care of discipline is love.
Is love. All right. The care of discipline is love. All right. Because to really get to that point where you're disciplined, you're loving the law, statutes, and commandments, man. You're loving doing things that are pleasing to the Most High. You love being charitable. You love doing the right thing. You love seeing a beautiful woman and be like, man, I don't know if she got a man or not. Waiting 2-3 weeks, and then you see a ring. Like, see, that's why I'm glad I ain't lust after that woman, man.
Right.
You love seeing a beautiful woman who might be single, be like, all things are lawful, but everything ain't expedient.
Yeah, right.
See, brother, like they know. But read that again. That 13th verse.
Verse 13.
Call it to read.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6. All right. Wisdom is glorious. This is verse 12. Wisdom is glorious and never fadeth away. Yea, she is easily seen of them that love her.
She's easily seen of them that love her. So even a comment like that, where you're like, man, all things are lawful but not expedient, all but is laugh. That's easily seen, man.
Yep.
You know, it's a spirit, man. You know, and the Wadi Halbashim Yahushai that he finds us worthy enough to actually have this, man.
Right.
And that's why we got to continue in this fight, man. Continue to push. All right. And when times get tough, understand it's the Most High Yahushai Yahushai making you stronger, man. Right. So you can be a better servant. Right. So you can do His will even better. Read that 17th verse again, man.
Gotcha. All right. This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 6. Verse 17, for the very true beginning of her is the desire of discipline, and the care of discipline is love.
Is love, all right? Because caring for doing things properly, caring for desire and discipline, and knowing how to stay in order, and being Yahweh Shem Yahushua's good graces, that shows love, man. That shows that you not only love the Most High, you love doing His will. You love being a servant to His nation. You love having the proper judgment, man.
That's right.
You know, and that shows reverence and appreciation, man. And that's what we should have for this word, man. Love and appreciation, man. That's why we should have that same love and appreciation for the brotherhood, man. Those who are in the fight with you, man. All right? Because at the end of the day, there's gonna be, if you are one of the 144,000, you're gonna need 139,999 other men fighting the same fight with you, man.
That's right.
You know? So with that, we're going to close out. We're going to give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, double honors to our elders and apostles, great millstone will lead, teach, and rule well. Love and honor to you, fellow Aki, pushing the word in true faith, sincerity. Until next time, shalom.
Shalom.